In this video, I'm going to try to make Pong in under 20 minutes in Unity. I'm going to give myself some time here before I start the timer to actually install the packages I need. Alright, so here we go. I've got a blank project and I'm going to start my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my camera have a black background. I'm going to add in a square sprite and I'm going to call it ball. I'm going to change the scale down to something like 0.3. And I'm going to add a rigid body to it. I'm going to fix this scale here, so 0.3. And on my rigid body, I'm just going to make it a rigid body 2D. And I will constrain the rotation. I'm going to make a new physics material for it. And I'm going to add it to the ball with a box collider 2D. There we go. I'm going to make 2 more squares. Set them to 0.3, and on the Y I can put like 2. Move this position to something like -8. I'm going to add a box collider to him, and I will put the same material on it. And this material, I'm going to set the friction to 0 and bounciness to 1. Then I'm going to duplicate this square, name them both player. I'm going to name them both player. I'm going to create a empty, I'm going to call it game controller. I'm going to make a script on my ball, I'm going to call it ball. I'm going to move my second player to 8 on the x-axis. I can add another cube or square, change the scale on the x to something like 0.1 and turn it up on the y. I'm going to add a canvas with some text on it. This text I'm going to put at the top of the screen. Set this to something like 900 by 200. Set the color to white. Turn up the font, make it centered. Let's go with 100 font. There we go, there's our score. I'm going to change this line to be darker. And I'm going to put our ball on top of everything, so I'm just going to put up the order and layer. I'm going to open up our ball script. I'm going to make a public void called reset ball. And in here I'm going to make a reference to our rigid body. I'm going to, whenever I reset, I'm going to say our b dot velocity is equal to a new vector 2. I'm going to do random dot range, and I'm gonna, for the x, I'm gonna do 0.5 and 0.5. I'm gonna copy this for the y. -1 and 1, so that it will most likely go left and right instead of up and down. I'm going to set its transform dot position equal to vector 2 dot 0, and in the start method I'm just going to call reset ball. On trigger enter 2D, I'm going to check if collision dot tag is equal to net1 come on. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing if it's net2. What's our error? I need to put 2 equal signs here. And in both of these cases, I'm going to reset the ball. Okay. Now on our game controller, I'm going to add a component called game controller. No space. Okay. I'm just going to use uniengine.ui, and I'll make a public text t public int p1 score p1 score p2, and in the update I'll set t.text equal to score p1 dot toString plus, I'll just put a dash, and then we'll add score p2 dot toString. Okay, there we go. And I'll make public static game controller instance. I'll set, oh no, instance equal to this. Alright, we've got 12 minutes. Good. So I'll set text equal to there, and I'll make a player input on this, create actions. Alright, we'll delete both these, move P1, move P2, and I'll make both of these an axis, and we'll put, for this one we'll do S and W, and for this one we'll put down arrow and up arrow. Save the asset. Need a script called player move new script. I'll open this. We're at 11 minutes. We'll use uniengine.input, and we'll make a public float for our speed, and one to keep track of, oh, and one for our max position on the Y. We'll make this something like 4. On move, let's make this public. On move, take an input action dot callback context, and now we'll just set a private float move and we'll set that equal to context.readValue. Let's do, okay, we're running out of time. We're halfway there. Read value as a float. And then each frame will do transform.position plus equals vector2 dot up multiplied by speed multiplied by move is equal to in new vector2 and then we'll do speed times move, and we'll do transform.position.x. We'll need another private float to keep track of our pose y, and we'll do pose y plus equals move times speed times time dot delta time. Pose y equals math dot clamp, so we'll clamp it to be our max pose y, and max pose y, we'll make this one negative pose y. Okay, so now we clamp it, and then we'll put in our position x and our pose y. Okay, so that should move our player. Okay, we're running out of time. We need to make a empty for edge, and we'll make a edge collider 2D. Points. Let's do -9 and 5. Make another one. 9 and 5. I'm gonna need 5 of these points. 9 and -5. -9 and where is this? -9 and -5, and finally we'll go back to -9 and 5. We'll add in our material here, and that should give us an edge. Okay, we're running out of time. We're at 6 minutes. We'll make nets. Let's put this one at -9, and we'll add a tag for net 1, and we'll add a tag for net 2. Okay, in our ball script, we'll check if we hit net 1, then we'll get our game controller .instance, and we will get the player score for the player 2, and we'll add to it. We'll get this. In the other case, we'll do the opposite, so player 1 gets the points. So net 1 goes to player 2, net 2 goes to player 1. Okay. We'll set our ball's rigid body, and we'll make a public float speed. Okay, I'll set it to equal to something like 8, and we will multiply this by speed. Okay, we have 5 minutes left. Let's see if our ball is working properly. Okay, it has gravity right now. I don't want that, so let's just set this to 0. We have an error. Oh, that's from this event system. Don't have much time for testing. Okay, so this net, let's say this is player 1, that's player 2. So this is player 1's net, so net 1. We'll duplicate this, set it to 9. And this is net 2. On our game controller, we'll set invoke Unity events. We'll put in our players. I hope I get this the right way around. So player 1, player 2, come on. Player 2. Okay, so now we have both of our players, and we'll do, well, these don't have, these have our player move script. Oh, we need to make this here. It is public. Okay. Events, player. Why doesn't it show up? I need it to show up. I really need it to show up. Where is it? Player 1. Oh no. We need our player script. Player move. So now it's on both of our players. We'll set the speed to something like 4. Or yeah, something like 4. We have 3 minutes. Player move. Okay, we're getting closer. We can move our player. See if this person can get a point. Oh no. We're not receiving points. Okay, these nets need to have, wait, where's the box collider? There isn't one. Okay, box collider 2D. We'll make it a trigger. And we'll set the scale on the Y to go up. We can speed up our players a bit to be like 8. Right? We've got 2 minutes left. Why is it going only up and down? Oh, because I messed this up. Come on. No, please, just cooperate. Okay, we're at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I've got an error. What did I do? I don't have an error. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see any errors. Come on. Where's the error? Here. Okay, fixed it. Did I fix it? I didn't fix it. I made it worse. Where did I put the... Okay, so this goes here. Perfect. Okay, we're at 1 more minute and 48 seconds. Okay, that person gets the point. Good, and we can move properly. I think this is Pong. We have 1 minute left, and I think we're playing Pong right now. Our players can't go too far. And let's see if I can score a point here. Oh man, that's 1 point for that player. I can turn up the ball's speed to be like 10. And I think we've done it. So here's our end result for Pong. Actually, that's really weird. Why is it going so slowly? Okay. Don't think we have any drag. So there you have it. We've got Pong in Unity. As you can see here, our timer is still counting down, and we managed to just pull this off here. I can use the arrow keys for the player on the right here. I can use the WS and keys for the player on the left. There's our timer. The player just got a point. And there we go. So no more changes to the code. And here's our finished game.